Hello and welcome to the new student portal for dual credit enrollment at Tulsa Community College. We're excited to share this new process with you, and we are happy that you have chosen to enroll in college classes at TCC. In this video, I'm going to show you how to navigate the portal for dual credit enrollment. Please note that before you are able to access this portal site, you will need to apply and be admitted to TCC as a dual credit student. If you are not a new dual credit student, or if you have previously applied and been admitted to TCC, you do not need to reapply to the college. If you are new, however, if you'll go to our main website and you'll just click on this apply, fill out that app, and you should receive an email with your TCC ID number. So you're going to start with that, including the T and your password, and we're going to sign in. Also want to point out this does work better with Chrome or Firefox browsers. So you're on here, the initial registration page, and it should auto-populate in your TCC number, TCC email address, name, and even your high school. If your high school isn't listed there, you can put that in there. Also want to make sure you include a personal email if you have a Yahoo or Gmail or whatever other email you use. You should put that here. And then you are going to choose the semester for which you are going to be applying. So for this example, we only have the spring available. You normally would see either summer or fall when that's available. It also will let you know the start date. And then you're going to choose your expected graduation date. So let's see, I'm going to just use May 23. You do have to choose a day in this month. It doesn't really matter which day, but you just have to put that in there. Also, let us know if you've enrolled at any other college or university, and please note that if you have, we will need those transcripts. You're then going to come down and read through the student responsibilities, as well as this faculty association letter. So you'll scroll through and read that. Once you're finished, you're going to check mark acknowledge and then click on the submit button. You should now be on the main dashboard for the portal, and you'll see the current semester for which you're enrolling. Also, you'll see these red and sometimes blue banners throughout the portal. These are put here just so you'll make sure and read the information. It's just important information. We want to make sure that you understand and know. If at any point you have difficulties with the portal or questions about it, you can always you can email us at enrolldc@tulsacc.edu. Over here, you'll notice the library of resources. So we've included this video, the eligibility testing information, and then frequently asked questions. So you'll want to be sure and note all of that. The navigation panel here in the middle is kind of nice because you can see where you are in the process. So until you have reached this complete with the green check mark, just like this here, you have not completed this process and you are not enrolled. So you want to make sure to note that. I'm going to go through these different tabs here. Of course, we will start with the select courses, but I do want to point out, before you even select courses, we want to make sure that you are eligible. So you'll look and make sure you have your ACT or SAT scores, or if your GPA is meeting the eligibility, that should all be listed here. If you do need to provide updated transcripts or test scores, you can do that here in the upload documents. Some of you may even have AP scores that we need, so you can upload those here as well. And then we also have case notes. This is where we will communicate back and forth. So for example, if a course is full, by the time it gets to us, we'll communicate that back to you. And you'll get an email saying, hey, there's case notes, you need to look at that. So be sure and just keep an eye on your email for that information. So for now, let's go back to select courses. This is where we're going to start. And you're going to choose add primary courses. So right here, this will be the schedule. This will have all the classes listed for that semester in alphabetical order. And there's going to be different ways to filter those. I'm going to show you that. I did want to mention first that there are courses that are specific sections, and they'll all start with 600 sections that are basically reserved for high school students. And they have perks along with them. So you might get your books paid for, or maybe you don't have to pay online fees, and your high school will have access to these. So you want to check with them to get that information, or you can always email the dual credit office, email at dualcredit@tulsacc.edu to get that information. So let's start, let me just do an example of Composition 1. Composition 1, we have a lot of students that take that class. So without maybe knowing the subject or course number, I know I want Comp 1, so I just put that here in the filtering. So you'll notice it pulls up all the English 1113. You'll see the CRN, the section numbers. Again, this is that 600 section that I mentioned earlier. You'll just want to make sure and note where it's located. Specifically, like for example, this one is an online class, but it is at Collinsville High School. So if you're not a Collinsville High School student, you do not want to choose this section. It tells you the part of term. And so we have a lot of different parts of term at TCC. We'll have second 8 weeks, which wouldn't start until later. We have 12-week, 14-week, and you'll just have to note the start dates over here on the very end. Another nice thing we have is the seat availability. So you'll be able to see how many spots are left in that class. So, that would tell me if I know there's only one seat left, I may want to pick something else, because by the time it gets to us, it may not be available for you. So just something to note. And let's see, I'm just going to go through here, and I'm looking at the campuses and the days and times. And let's say, oh, here's a Tuesday night. That sounds good. I got that available. I did want to point out we have these called Online Live. So this is an online class. However, it does meet at a specific time versus just an online that doesn't necessarily have a specific day and time that you'll be meeting. So for this example, I'm going to go ahead and pick that. I'm going to say OK. And then I'm back here on this screen, and you'll see that there's the class. Now, this does not mean I'm enrolled. Remember, you don't get enrolled till you see this little button down here. But one thing that we do want to make sure you do for every primary course that you choose, you want to select a backup option. Again, in case the class gets full before, it gets a chance to get to us, or for whatever reason, you just always want to pick that backup option. So let's filter this time by, I know that was an ENGL, so you can go over here, and I'm going to choose the course number. I know it was 1113. All right, so now I've filtered again this way. And let's see, I did pick that Tuesday night class that was online. So I'm going to say for my backup option, oh, let's say I could come to Southeast on Thursdays. Yeah, I'll choose that as my backup if I can't get into that one. Perfect. So I've chosen my primary and backup. And let's say I want to go ahead and add a second course. I want to enroll in 2 courses for this semester. And I think I'm going to do nutrition. And I don't know the subject or anything, so I'm just going to try that again. Type in nutrition and see what happens. And then I think, well, now wait a minute. Maybe I want to do government. I'm going to try government. Just want to show you something that's really important to remember as well. So wait, there's no governments. Yes, there are. But what you need to know, every time you filter, you'll have to make sure and clear it. So right now, this is searching for nutrition and government together, which we don't have, obviously. So if I remove any previous filters, there's my government that I'm looking for. So again, I'm going to clear that. I'm going to go back to nutrition. And nutrition is a biology, 1383. Perfect. So I think I selected that Tuesday night. How about this Tuesday, Thursday morning? Here's a West Campus class, and it's a 640. It's a 600. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that one. want to add it. Also, when we come back over here, I wanted to also show you if you need to, you can do this little drop down and it'll show all of that information that you were looking at on the schedule. So again, it shows you the seats, the dates, the times, the buildings, all that kind of stuff. So you can always catch that here. And again, want to make sure and add a backup for that. And I'm going to filter, I remember that was a biology subject and 1383, yes. Okay, so that was my primary that I selected. So how about this time? Oh, what do I want to do now? How about a WASO? Yeah, why not? Add, yes, I would like to add. Perfect. So again, you are not enrolled. You have just selected the courses that you would like to enroll in. The next step in this process is going to be, oh, let me point out one other thing real quick before I forget. This little delete, you can always change or add or drop or whatever by just choosing this little delete and go back in and redo this. So let's say I'm set, I'm good. The next thing is going to be parent guardian review. And this would be a good time to maybe, I don't know, email or text your parent and say, hey, you're going to be getting this email to approve my classes. So you want to make sure they get on top of that because this is all important. You know, the quicker you can get this done, the better, because everything is received in order and it's processed in order. So again, just quicker you can get this done, sent on to the counselor, and then it comes to us, then the quicker you can get enrolled. So you're going to enter your parent's name, parent or guardian first and last name, and their email address, and then you're going to select email, and that will just go directly to them. They'll get a login with that email that they will go in and approve your classes. All this is just kind of done automatically. Once they've done that, it'll go straight to the counselor for review. Once the counselor has reviewed, it goes straight to us. And then we will do the enrollment and you'll get a confirmation email of that enrollment. Also, just want to point out, you get an email at every step. So once the parent approves it, you'll get a confirmation email that, yep, your parent did. Counselor, you'll get a confirmation email and then having it go to us. So you're basically done at that point. Your part, other than, you know, checking your emails for, you know, if we need to communicate with you, have some case notes or something like that, perhaps some questions. So again, that's pretty much how it works. You can always log into this and check your status here as well. And if you've, you know, done this parent part, and for example, if you've just enrolled for summer or selected classes for summer and you want to do fall, just go right back here and it'll let you add that different new semester in this drop down. So thank you for your attention, and we look forward to working with you this semester.